Hey guys, how are you doing today? If you couldn't tell by the sound of my voice, today is a pretty somber day for Fire Emblem Heroes and the community, at least in my opinion. Three revelations have happened in the past day or so that just kind of make me think that IS um, just isn't doing the best job they possibly could or has just given up. The first thing I want to talk about is this morning when I went to go play the new maps that dropped for the Bridal Belongings banner. I was very excited. If you couldn't tell from my banner review, there's a lot of interesting heroes, a lot of interesting skills, and again, some heroes that I've been waiting to get into the game for a long time. But if you go here, and let's go to Paralog 34-2, and we'll fight here. And let's just pay attention to the introductory dialogue. Alright, so here we have Tana saying, I agreed to put this on for the festival, but marriage and I have nothing to do with each other. My duty is to protect the apostle. I am an expert in the ways of the sword, not, well, anything else. Now Louise goes on to talk, but what's really important is what Tana says there because, well, do you see this little blue icon up here in the top right of her sprite? That doesn't look like a sword to me. That kind of looks like a lance, and this Lofty Blossoms is... It's definitely a lance, unless I'm going crazy over here. Tanith is wielding a lance. And I've never been one who's been super into the story of Fire Emblem. I love Fire Emblem for the gameplay, the strategy of it, and just kind of the thought experiment that Fire Emblem Heroes is, and Fire Emblem as a game as a whole is. But this writing is just absolutely lazy in my opinion, where Tanith, as she dies, fittingly, she's wielding a lance, and all she can talk about is her mastery of a sword. I mean, I get it, this is just a one-off paralogue, but that's just really lazy in my opinion. So that's the first issue that I have that just kind of thinks that IS is definitely really given up on this game. And so we'll go into my next two issues that brought up. Don't really have to do with the gameplay, so to speak. So we'll just go into Grand Conquest, and I'll just put auto battle some of this stuff. As you can see, I've already maxed out my tier in Grand Conquest, so I'm not as focused on getting maximum scores. So we'll just let this run in the background. But yeah, the second thing is that IS is just getting very, very, very sloppy. As some of you may have noticed or listened to other Fae tubers, people have figured out that if you go to the Learn with Sharina website, where you can learn about new things coming out in the game, they've basically spoiled the next mythic, or the next, I think it's the mythic hero coming out. So basically people are claiming that because of the skills that are on that website, people are saying that the next mythic hero is going to be Naga, which, I mean, great on them for actually doing the time to discover all this stuff, but really, these heroes, well, it used to be, at least for me, a big surprise. Who's going to come out? What's going to happen? And this is just really sloppy to let your writing, and it just seems very lackadaisical on the part of IS to just let something as big as that slip that could totally give away the next mythic hero. And again, it's obviously took a lot of sleuthing to get to that answer. However, this is something that IS should definitely think about going forward, and they should be aware of something that could potentially spoil in-game content for Fire Emblem Heroes players. And I, in my opinion, a company that was really invested in their game and really wanted to do a good job wouldn't leave something that could even be led to spoiling content for players of this game. And then last but not least, I'm sure has also been aware, is mostly by, I watched a video by Phoenix Master 1, and Fire Emblem will be shutting down in, I believe it's August of 2019. the players in Belgium, due to certain laws around surrounding gacha games and in-game purchases, will no longer be allowed. The game will no longer be allowed for download, and content will no longer be uploaded. So that's kind of sad. And I know it's not entirely IS's fault, but it just kind of reminds me that there is a lifespan to this game. One day this game will go away, and it kind of makes me upset. And I know people are saying, oh, but there's Regalia Lost, which is a great, truly fantastic gacha game, but I'm not really big into gacha games. I just love the Fire Emblem series, and is the reason why I picked up this game in the first place. I've tried out Regalia Lost, I've had friends recommend it to me, but it really isn't something that I think I really want to do, or I really can't get into. But the whole thing that's going on with Belgium is just a really good reminder that at the end of the day, this game does have a lifespan, and I believe with a lot of the success that's coming from Regalia Lost, a lot of the critiques that are coming from people of this game and other players of gacha games, that demise might be coming sooner rather than later. So, just not great news in my opinion if you are a avid Fire Emblem Heroes player. But until then, I will continue to hold out hope. We'll definitely hope that IS kind of gets it back on the right track, because I remember back when I first started this game and how excited I was to pick it up and be able to play it. And I truly thought it was one of the best mobile games on the market. Personally, I still feel that way. I don't like any other gacha games, and this one truly is one of the best games despite its flaws recently. But yeah, and some of the stuff that I mentioned today is just kind of pretty big writing on the wall that this could be coming to a close. Not in the near future, but it's probably the beginning of the end, unfortunately. And I hate to be so upset and so depressive about this game, but I just wanted to kind of bring you my thoughts and just some of the stuff that I kind of found it hard to believe made its way into the game, and some of the slip-ups that IS had recently. So appreciate you guys taking the time to listen to my thoughts. I know I really try to be positive, but today can't be as positive as I normally am. But don't let that affect you. If you love the game, continue playing the game. I certainly will. So have a great rest of your day, guys, and look for another Forgotten Boy Arden video coming out very soon. Take care.